And I'm Jake.
And this is our pastor, Pastor Jay.
Hi, everybody.
He reminds me of somebody, but I can't quite put my finger on who.
I think it's someone from our class.
Well, Jake, Gracie, and I were just having a conversation about something that happened to Gracie on her last birthday. And so they asked me to come today to join them, and so all three of us could tell you about it.
About 2 weeks before my last birthday, I asked my dad if I could buy some new hand grips for my bike. I had enough of my own money to get them, and I really wanted something to make my bike look cooler. I've had it since I was a really little girl, and I wanted to make it look like a big girl's bike. The hand grips weren't much, but they were better than nothing.
Gracie's dad told her he didn't think it would be a good idea, but he didn't tell her why. He just asked her to trust in him. That didn't go over too well with Gracie.
I admit it, I got mad. I said some not very nice things to my dad. I didn't get the grips, but for the next 2 weeks I grumbled about it.
And when her birthday came around, Gracie found out why her dad asked her to trust him and not to buy those grips, because he had already bought her a brand new big girl bicycle for her birthday. It even had the same grips, the exact same grips that she had wanted to buy.
In the end, I was glad that I listened to my dad and didn't buy those grips. They would have been pretty pointless once I got a brand new bike. But I also knew that I didn't handle it very well. I shouldn't have complained about it. I should have just trusted my dad.
And so when Gracie told me her story, I explained that sometimes trust is hard, especially when we aren't given an explanation or we're even asked to wait. We are so used to getting everything so fast these days. If we're hungry, we can go out and get fast food. If we want to talk to someone, everyone has a cell phone in their pocket. We can even download music or movies right onto our computers or our phones, and we can get them right away without even leaving our house.
Sometimes God wants us to wait. Sometimes He asks us to do things we really don't want to do. But what is best for us is that we surrender our lives to Him.
Surrendering means giving up control and letting God have control instead. It means living our lives the way He wants us to, even if sometimes we would rather do something else.
And so I explained to Jake and Gracie that Jesus gave us a great example of surrendering, what it means to surrender, when He was in the Garden of Gethsemane. He knew He was about to be arrested, and He was going to be going to the cross. And so this isn't something that any of us would ever look forward to. But when He was praying to His Father, He said, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." Right? Jesus was willing to surrender His life to what His Father wanted. And so now look how that worked out for us, right? By His going to the cross, we all get to be forgiven.
Surrendering isn't always easy. I'm sure it wasn't easy for Jesus to go to the cross. But when we're surrendering to God, we know that we can trust in Him. He always wants what's best for us in the long run.
And so all of us parents out there also need to remember that if we want our kids to learn how to surrender to God, they need to see us doing it too. When we have hard decisions to make, do our kids see us first going to God in prayer? If we want them to search for God's will, do they see us doing the same, reading our own Bibles, just so we better know how to live for Him? It's just like any other lesson in life. If we want our children to learn something, the best and first step is for them to see us modeling it for them.
Thank you, Pastor Jay, for helping us tell people all about surrendering to God. We couldn't have done it without you.
You're welcome.
I still can't think of who He reminds me of.
I'm sure it'll come to you, Jake. See you next week, everybody. Bye!
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Wait, I remember. He reminds me of...